Hi everyone, welcome again to Learning with Monica Akum. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I will show you how to deploy a full microservices architecture on AWS using Kubernetes EKS, Docker Hub, Nginx Ingress, Route 53, and by the end, we will have a working system live at our domain, which I already created a domain that I have in my AWS account. I'll show you that. This is going to be exciting. We are going to walk through step by step. This is beginner friendly. Let's learn together. We're going to start by logging into our AWS free tier account, and we're going to launch a management node. I'm going to name it EKS management node. And then I'm going to use Ubuntu. And for this one, I'm going to go in for the T2.medium. It's right here instead of T2.micro for the instance type. For the key pair, I already created a key pair. I'm going to use my Kubernetes key, and for volume, I need to increase a little bit of my volume because I know, where is it? Right here. So I'm going to increase my storage to 15 because it says for the free tier you're eligible up to 30 gigabyte. So I'm going to do that, and then for the security group for firewall, I'm going to use the existing security group because I already configured my security group, and I'm going to use the Kubernetes security group. And that's it for this instance. And then create launch instance. And then we're going to use the public IP address of this instance. And for this, you can always download this on, you can go on Google and type it in. It's free. You just download it on your laptop and you should be able to follow the directions on how to download and continue. I'm going to paste my public IP address of my instance that I just launched, and then I'm going to check specific username, and then the username is Ubuntu, and then I'm going to click advanced SSH settings, and then check, and then I'm going to upload that key that I use, the Kubernetes, and then click OK. We should be good to go, accept, and there we go, clear. Now we're ready to go. Our first step is going to be to elevate our privileges. We're going to do sudo root user, and then we're going to do apt update -y to update our system. We need to name our instance. I'm going to run hostname ctl set -hostname, and then the name of the cluster that I want to name, and then I'll do bash. And then you see it changed from the IP address to the name. Then our next step is we have to install kubectl, and this is the command to install kubectl. It's installing, and then after that we're going to install the, and because we are going to download AWS CLI, we need to unzip it. And before that, we needed to download that unzip command. Now we're going to download the AWS CLI, and we're going to install that. This is the command to install AWS CLI. So we download it and install that. The next step is we have to install EKSCTL. This is for Elastic Kubernetes Service. Okay. And you see the version. This is our version right here. After this, we need to connect programmatically to our, so we're going to run this AWS configure, and it's going to ask for the access key and the secret key. This is where I will show you where you can find this, because this is really, it's a very dangerous key to, if you don't keep it. What we're going to do is we're going to come here to our instance launched, and then we'll come here to action, and then action, you're gonna go to secret, click secret, and then you see modify IAM role. So then you click that, and this is what I already created, and then I check that, and then say click update IAM role. And that's how that is done. To be able to get that access key and secret key, since I can't show you my steps, I'm going to go to your IAM, and then right here you're going to click user, and then the user that you have, and in this case, like this user, if I click here, then I'll be able to, then I click secret credentials. So when I click secret credentials, then I should be able to create, see, there's no access key here for this user. Then when you click access key, then you just follow these prompts to be able to create one. And then once you create that access key, you're going to make sure you keep it somewhere private, because this is very, if someone has access to that secret key, it's like they have your access to your, like your AWS account. They can do anything, and they can run a lot of resources that is going to charge you money. So you have to really be careful and keep your secret key and your access key private, somewhere where it's not accessible. Let's go back to what we were doing. I just wanted to show you that. Once you run the command AWS configure, it's going to ask you to provide your AWS access key ID, and then it's going to ask, once you provide that access key, it's going to ask for the secret key. Once you provide that, then it will prompt you to put in the region where you launched your management node. So go back and check, you will find. And then the output format that I'm using is JSON. Those are the steps that you're going to go through once you run that AWS configure command. Then after that, we're going to run this command, and this command is saying we're going to create two worker node, one, and then the node type is going to be T2.medium. And then we're creating the zone is, we're going to have one in US East 1A and the other one in US East 1B. That's how. And then our region is going to be East 1. And then the name is going to be EKS cluster. We're going to run this, and it takes about 15 minutes. You have to be patient and wait it run its course, because there's a lot that is happening under the hood. Our cluster is ready. We created our cluster. Let's say kubectl get nodes. We have nodes right here ready. Now what are we going to do is we're going to clone our project. Let me show you something. You see, we had one management node. Now if I refresh this, we're going to have the other work nodes. They should be in here. You see, created two instance type .medium. That's what it's been doing back in the background. What we're going to do is we're going to clone our code. I'm going to go back to here. Oh, I do need to go to my GitHub. This is the code that I'm going to clone. Come here and then click a green down arrow, and then I should be able to get, this is the code. So then I click copy, and then I'm going to go back to our, and then we're going to do git clone, and then the code that I just copied, the URL, and click enter. Then I'm going to do ls-l, and this is it. This is what we need. I'm going to cd into this. I'm going to do cd, then I'll do test. I don't have to type the whole thing. Since I typed the first three letters, I can click the tab button, and then I'm cd into it, and then I'll do, and these are all our microservices that we're going to have. Then what I need to do, I'm gonna need Maven. We're gonna need Maven, and then we're gonna need Docker, because we have to push this to the Docker Hub. But before we do that, we have to clean it, compile it, and do all those good things. I'm going to do apt install, because I need to install Maven. Let me see, where did I go wrong? Oh, I did not put apt install. Forgot the S -y. There we go. We're cooking. We can check if Maven has been installed. MVN -- version. See if it has been installed. Yes. has been installed. Now we need Docker. We can do Docker hyphen version to see if it's installed. It's not installed, but it says you want to install Docker. I mistyped it. Docker hyphen version. Yes. It's not installed, but it says if you want to install it, you can install this. You need this this command and to be able to install Docker. And then press enter. And I did not put hyphen y, so it's asking me if I want to continue. And then I need to say yes. We're gonna need to start Docker and then system ctl Docker, and then we can check the status. Active and running. So our terminal is blocked. Control C. We're back to our terminal. Make Docker a user of 2. So we're gonna do user mode hyphen small a capital G and Docker, and press enter, and then do bash, and we can do Docker images. We have installed Docker. So we cloned already, cloned the code, so we're gonna do ls-l. We're going to cd into each one of these microservices and be able to clean it and then be able to push it to Docker Hub. We're going to do cd -cut and then ls-l. What do we have in here? See, we have this. This is our. We want to use the pom.xml file to build the source code, and then we're going to package. So we're going to do mvn clean package, and it's magic. Now we need to dockerize the image. vi docker file. See what's in there. See, this is our simple Docker file. We need Tomcat, and this is the version. Tomcat runs on Java. We need Java 17, and then this is the path. Here in our local folder, we have a folder called target, and then our context path is going to be cut right here. So this is all we need. There's nothing we need to do here. We're gonna just escape because we didn't do anything. Escape. We can do colon uq exit. Now we're gonna do ls-l. This is our target folder. You see earlier we didn't have a target folder. We just had the Docker file, pom.xml source, and then when we did Maven clean package, we got this target folder. We're going to look for the artifacts. So what we will cd into this target folder and see cd, and we'll do ls-l, and this is our artifact. That's our artifact. But we need to cd out of it. So we need to cd out of this folder. We're gonna do cd dot to go back, and then we'll do docker build -t, and then my username, my Docker username, and then this is what microservices is. This is cut. Is it? Yes, this is cut. We're going to do colon. Let's do v2 because I already pushed a few v1 in there. So let's do v2. Then I need to put space and then dot. The dot means it's saying that this file is found in this present working directory. When we press enter, we should be able to build. And there we go. It's building, and the build was good. It says it was successful, and it tagged my username. And we can do this. We can go ahead and push it here. We can do docker put to docker push. And what are we pushing there? This is the tag we're pushing. Oh, I haven't logged in yet. I forgot to log in. I'm gonna have to log in to my Docker, to run Docker login -u, and then my Docker hub username. I believe that's the command. Yes, and it's asking for the password, and you enter your password, your Docker hub password, and if everything is right, you should be able to see succeeded. Able to log into my Docker Hub, and then now I can do Docker push, and then the image that I'm trying to push cut is v2, and everything is working properly. We were able to push. Let me go to my Docker Hub and see. This is my Docker Hub. This is things I pushed before in here. Then I'm trying, let me refresh and see. This is what we just pushed less than a minute ago. Okay, this less than a minute ago. This is what we just pushed. That's how you push, and you clone, and then you push. That's how you push. And we're going to do the same thing for the last, because we have, I believe, 7 microservices. I'm not even going to go back there. I'm going to, let me get out of this cd dot to get out of the cut microservice, and then I'll do ls-l, and these are all the microservices that I need to push to Docker, clean, and then push. So I'm going to do the same for catalog and run it through the same steps, and then push it to Docker Hub. I'm going to cd into catalog, cd package, and it's cleaning. It's done. And then when we do ls-l, we should see a new folder called target. That's it. That's the target. And now we're going to do docker build -t, and then my Docker username, and then I'm going to do the / and then catalog, and then v2. I believe that's it. Oh, I forgot the dot. Yes, true. This is dot. There we go. Now it's working. And we can do the push, and then the image that we're trying to push. So then we're going to push. We're going to push it to Docker Hub, and we should be able to go there and see our new image that we pushed. Then repository, this is what we just pushed, this one. That's it. I'm going to do the same for the last. I have 7 of them, so I have 5 more to push into Docker Hub before we can continue to the next step. So let me show you, as I showed you earlier, we were able to push the first 2, and now we pushed all 7 of them. We pushed the review, payment, login, discount, checkout, catalog, and cart. These are all we just pushed. So that we're done pushing, we're going to move on to the next step. We have this step done. So that we're done pushing our microservices to Docker Hub, we need to make sure we have our support in our security group. Let me go to my security group. I'm using my Kubernetes security group. I have a lot, so I'm trying to make sure I have everything. I know I need 30,000 to 32,760. I believe I have all that, but let me see. I think it's 210,000. I have all the ports that I need to allow in my security group. So good. So when you try to access an application and you're not able to access it, the first thing you need to check is your security group to make sure you have allowed that port in your security group, your email. And you just come here and click security group, and then just the inbound row. So I'm gonna go back to what we were doing, to our next step. So I'm going to test my application using Docker, which I'm gonna do docker run -d -p for port map, and then 8080:8080, and then the image, which is going to be, we can try review, and then click enter. Then we'll just and try to test it out. I'm going to try the public IP address of my management node. I put 8080, and then / we did review. Let's see. Aha! Our application is up and running. Everything is good. It looks like everything is working the way it should work. So now we can move on to the next step. This is going to be our YAML file. And we see our kind is going to be deployment. And then the name, this is the first cut, deployment. And then we replica labels and selected. So the label is going to be cut. And then I'm going to make that be the same as the label, the selector card. And then the type is going to be our cluster IP. And the image is v2. So the image, I have my Docker username, and then the microservice, which is card, and is v2 because I changed it since I was using v1 when I pushed the first one. And then our target port is going to be 80, and this one on port 80. And that's going to be the same for all the microservice. So I'm going to just combine everything together and then create a YAML file for us. I'm combining the deployment and the services. Then I'm going to press enter. So I'm going to come here, and then I will press I for insert. I can paste that file. I'll just paste all file here, and everything looks good. We have cut, and then we have checkout, discount, login, payment, review. So now do escape, and we're out. And then we're going to apply, and then I'm just gonna run kubectl apply -f, and then the name of the file that I'm trying to apply, and then I'll press enter, and that should be it. I'll run kubectl get pods. They're running. First one, the catalog, checkout, discount, login, payment, review, and the status, they're all running. Then we can run kubectl get service. Let's see. Yep, and they're running. They don't have external IP, so they have cluster IP. We're good there. Now that we have everything running and we have all our microservices good, we need to set up the Ingress. And the steps to set up Ingress, we need to run this command. I'm going to clone this Ingress from this GitHub, and then we'll run git clone, and then the URL of the Ingress repository, and then we'll do that. We'll do ls. So then we're going to cd into this Kubernetes Ingress. So I have to cd into that. Okay. So now we're going to create namespace and service account by running this command. Then we run kubectl get namespaces. So we have the active, we have default, kubnode release, and then we have kubepublic and kubesystem, and then Nginx Ingress active. We're doing good. We need to create other required resources, which we need config map, and then we need to deploy the Nginx controller, the daemons, and run that command. And we can get the pod. You see we have this pod running, is ready, and then this other pod is also running, so good to go. Now we need to create a load balancer. I'm gonna run this command. Run this to expose Nginx controller to the internet. We run that command for the load balancer. And we can run this command to see this. You see this is our load balancer right here. And if we go to our instance, we should sit right there. This is it. Just got created. And then where's our DNS? This is our DNS. See, it's a record. That's it right here. So now we need to map our DNS to Route 53. So we're gonna go to our Route 53. I have my domain name there. I'm gonna go to hosted zone, and this is my domain name. I need to clean up. I need to clean this. Make sure you don't you don't delete NS or SOA. Don't delete those, but you can always clean up. So I can click create record. I can leave that blank, and I'm doing alias, and this is going to be our load balancer, application load balancer. And then what region am I using? I'm in US East and North Virginia. Do I see it? US East, and there's the load balancer right there. If you have more than one, you will see them. And then our type is a record, so we'll just click create, and now we're good to go. Now we need to create and apply our Ingress YAML file. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to do the name. I'm going to give it Ingress hyphen and then my domain name, and press enter. And then here I'm gonna do I for insert, and then I'll paste the ingress. And this is gonna be the ingress file. I'm gonna paste in here because we're gonna do the version. This is the version for the API version, and then the kind is going to be ingress, and the host is going to be my domain name, and that's it. So escape, q, and then we're gonna apply, and I'll just run kubectl apply hyphen, and then the name of the file. I create the ingress file that I created, and then enter. Ingress networking is created. Let's try to confirm by running kubectl get ingress to see. So we're good to go. Since everything looks like it's working good, what we're going to do is we're gonna go here, get our domain name, and then we'll type it, and then /, and I'm gonna do pirate. So good, it's working. Everything's working. I can do the same name for the same thing for the maybe /review, and it's working. That's it, and that brings us to the end of the project, and we have done pretty much end to end. Let me run one more. We did payment, and we were able to conclude this project. We deployed 7 microservices to S, pushed Docker image to Docker Hub, and set up an Ingress controller, and made everything accessible via our custom domain name, which is my domain name, kumit.click. And it's been a good project. I hope you have learned something. I hope we are all learning. And thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And thank you